Hello, this is Friday the 13th. My video blog entry, just discussing some things that are on my mind. On the way to work this morning, I started thinking about some things that I was listening to on Glenn Beck radio show. And regardless of what you think about him, he brought up some interesting things that stirred some things in me that I've thought for a long time, and it deals with one of those common sense no-brainers. Now, again, I think that Israel is a huge part of biblical prophecy. Well, it's not a matter of what I think. I know that it's a huge part of biblical prophecy, and that it is a signpost, an indicator, a level, a guide to where we are in end times prophecy, all the way back to when Israel became a nation again. Very important stuff. And I also believe that it is a huge proof. It's a proving ground of what's in the news and what is going on in the world today in the Middle East. And this strange, odd, unusual, extreme opposition, hatred, and posturing against this race of people, this nation, and the history behind this. I believe that it is proof of Christianity and of Judaism. I believe it's Bible prophecy in our face every day. You know, I love what a minister said one day, and said even the atheists write that Jesus the Messiah is the Messiah every day when they write the date on their paper or on their phone or in their calendar, when they sign the date on their checks that they pay their bills with. Even the atheists are declaring that Jesus the Messiah was born because of the AD method of our calendar. And this is the same thing as the pundits, critics, journalists, news reporters, atheists, whatever, begin to talk about Israel and what's going on in Israel. They're declaring Bible prophecy. They are speaking proof that God is the God of the Bible, that He chosen, handpicked this people, the Jews, for a special reason. Israel itself is the name that God gave Jacob in the Bible. God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He called Jacob Israel. And there's just so many things that could be shared here. But the bottom line, that to give you what my thoughts are today for this video blog, is simply that the nation of Israel and the things that are going on in these leaders and these people that want to destroy Israel, the very fact that they're out there saying these things in and of themselves are proving that God, the God of the Bible, the Old and New Testament, is the one true God. That Jesus is the Messiah and is the Savior and is the Messiah and the way, the truth, and the life. Because all of this is so intertwined. All of this is so wrapped up within itself. You can go all the way back to the history of Islam and the reason the Muslims even exist, to the conflicts in the Old Testament between the children of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael, and also Jacob and Esau. And these things trace back through the biblical history, and I have to refresh my understanding of those to really go into any detail. But I'm just saying that all of these things are just proof, whether it's Iran threatening to blow Israel off the face of the earth, or the Palestinians wanting to deny Israel a nation, claiming that Israel's denying them of their rightful nation, this old argument. All of these things and the conflicts that are being talked about in Israel right now are proof that the Bible is true. this book that was written thousands of years ago couldn't just have made this stuff up and wow, look, it just happened. It's happening now. No, these things have been written in proof years ago and are coming to pass even now. The threats of war, the rumors of war, yes, they are signs of the times. They're signs of Jesus' return. And it's just amazing how crystal clear that is, and how encouraging it should be to our faith that even in these times of a lot of change and a lot of things going away from God, even in our own nation, even our own politics in America, the way a lot of our politicians seem to be forsaking Israel. I like what some of the candidates are saying, some of the radio hosts, conservative talk show hosts are saying that it is time now for us to decide where we're going to stand in relation to Israel. Are we going to be strong supporters of Israel, or are we going to just be a sideline to Israel, or are we going to be an opposer to Israel? I have heard examples. Pat Robertson got in trouble a few years ago by saying that the decision that President Bush and Colin Powell made about the Gaza Strip was a catalyst for bringing the judgment of God on New Orleans about the Katrina and some of the earthquakes. Look, I don't know about any of that stuff. I'm not God. Only God knows. I don't particularly subscribe to those ideas. I don't know how God works in all areas, but I know that He blesses. The Bible makes it clear. He blesses a people who bless Israel. He blesses a nation that blesses Israel, that prays for the peace of Jerusalem. And so the Bible's clear on that. As far as Christians' history in the past of being a bad thing for Israel and the Jewish people, do not advocate that at all. Matter of fact, I condemn it. I think that we should, I say we, the Christian church or whatever in the past should be ashamed of those anti-Semitic things. Any anti-Semitic person is against God and against His Word and against His chosen people, the Jews in Israel. So, but all of these things are proof. The fact that there's just so much talk about today about being anti-Semitic is proof that God is the God of the Bible and that Jesus is the Son of God and He's the Messiah. It's just amazing. These things are right in their face, but yet they can't see. They can't believe. Or I guess maybe they want to write it off as a coincidence that the number one controversial country in the world is also the number one pick of the one true Yahweh God. It's amazing, isn't it? Go be blessed today and be anointed. Thank you.